Okay, hey Robert, I'm here at the mobile home unit, and I'm just through the front door in the living room. See if I can pull that back a little bit so you get a better view. So here's the living room, that's the front door. You have a coat closet by the front door. That goes through to the kitchen on the other side. Okay, and just off the living room, it looks like this is probably the master bedroom. So you can see nice size master bedroom. Walk-in closet in the master bedroom. Then it has its own bath. Looks like it has a handicap accessible shower. You see you have the rail, low step to get in, toilet, double sinks, towel closet. Okay, so that's the master area. Now we'll go back through the living room. I'll take you this way first. Here's the kitchen. So you have the gas range with the griddle in the middle, double sink, dishwasher, nice size refrigerator. It's big enough to have a table in the middle. Say hi to Sandy. Although they do have a dog, the house doesn't have any strong pet odors that I'm picking up on. So they do a decent job of keeping it clean. Here's your washer and dryer. Okay, so you don't have to go to the laundromat. And food pantry right in the kitchen, okay. Then behind us, looks like this was a pop out or an add-on at some point. Looks like they're just using it for storage, but it could be some nice sunroom if you wanted to do something like that. And this door goes out to your rear deck. So that's the rear deck. All right, I'll show you the rest of the inside before we do an exterior loop. All right, coming back through the kitchen. So on the other side of the kitchen, you have a second full bathroom. There's your second full bath. And this is probably the smallest of the bedrooms. Kind of a good amount of clutter in here, so it's hard to get a sense of the room, but this has double closets, 2 closets. So that's kind of nice. And then on the other side of this small bedroom is a slightly bigger bedroom. Again, they still have a lot of clutter, so it's hard to get a sense of the size, but this bedroom's definitely bigger. Has its own split over there. And again, this one has double closets. All right, that's the interior. So let's walk outside real quick and I can show you the exterior of the property. So the front has a front porch, screened in front porch. As you can see, looks like they do some grilling out here. And then it also has a handicap ramp access. So if you don't like stairs, this would be a great property. Here's the driveway. Looks like there's room to park at least 2, maybe 3 cars off the street. Walking around to the back. You can see there's your shed. Not sure if that'll be unlocked or not. We can find out. There's the back porch. Your gas tank for the stove and stuff. Okay, well, the shed's filled with clutter, so I'm not going to be able to get in here, but you can get a rough idea. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. Doesn't look like the roof's rotting or anything like that. All right, let me close that up. All right, continuing on the loop around the outside. So it looks like you have a pretty private backyard. It's a nice size, and then there are just storage units on the other side of that fence over there. And then you really have no neighbor to your right until you get to across the street, because this is the first corner lot in this mobile home park. So it looks like he has a little bit of storage below his deck. You can see he keeps his mower down there. There's the pop out that we were in a minute ago. Large AC compressor. That's a big compressor for for a double wide. The skirt looks pretty good. Siding, I don't see any holes or chips, at least on this side. That looks pretty good. See, there's the compressor for the split. That runs into, I think that would be the master bedroom right there. There's your front porch. And getting up a little higher, I'm looking at the roof. The roof looks pretty good. I don't see any missing shingles. I don't see any moss growing up there. So it looks like a very healthy roof. All right, I think that concludes the tour for this one. I'll upload this video to YouTube and get it to you ASAP. Have a great day, Robert. Bye-bye.